All right, we're coming to one of my more favorite subjects, making friends and profit in 30 seconds. Most people call it an elevator pitch. I hate it as it called an elevator pitch because elevator pitch is a baseball term. It's a term, pitch, which means you're my adversary, which means I'm trying to beat you. Really? How do you like that when somebody's trying to beat you and somebody's trying to pitch to you, right? Wouldn't you rather just make a friend? A friend that pays you? Make profits and friend? Wow, that's a really great concept, right? So we're calling it making friends and profit in 30 seconds because it really only takes 30 seconds to figure out what personality type that person is. Everybody always makes this big thing. You've got Disc and Megs and all this other people and stuff, but really the bottom line is it only takes 30 seconds maximum to figure out what somebody's personality style is and how to get them to say yes to you. It's just not that hard, but everybody likes to make a big thing about it. But here we go. All right, so get out your piece of paper, pen, and draw a square and just work through this. It works better. Tactile skills works better. Just trust me on this one. All right, and just draw a square and put a four square on it. Right, so you got four spots. All right, so on the top, put less emotional, or in the bottom, put more emotional. This is less emotional. This person is less emotional than the normal person you talk to, or they're more emotional than the normal person you talk to. All right, it's pretty simple so far, right? All right, asks on the left, tells on the right. When they're talking to you, do they ask a lot of questions or do they tell you a lot of things, right? So these are the four quadrants that we're gonna do. Now, the first one we're gonna talk about is a pragmatic. All right, a pragmatic in DISC. I'm gonna do this with DISC because this is one of the larger ones that's out there that everybody uses. And DISC call it a D. We call them a driver, but these people are well, they're, if you're going to talk about a color, they're red. A red means stop. Let's go. We got to stop and get this done now, right? So that's a D. A D or a pragmatic, as I like to call them. Their favorite question is what? What do you got? What are we going to do? What's going on, right? They want to cut to the chase. Time is their most precious commodity, all right? They want it done quickly. They're the kind of person that if you said no, these we can get this done in 10 steps, they're going to say they can get it done in four, probably three, if we really work it really good, right? They're quick decision makers. They just want the bare minimum. If you were going to read a book and tell it to them, they say, give it to me in 3 paragraphs, the whole book. As a matter of fact, if you could do it in 3 sentences, each paragraph a sentence, that'd be even better. And then I'll make the decision. These people are great at fast decision making when you give them that bare minimum. That's the pro. The con is, sometimes you start making these snap decisions, you make mistakes because you don't have enough information. But that's their personality. That's who they are. Okay, so less emotional, and they tell you a lot of stuff. Boom, boom, boom. I know I said, what do you got? But that's it. And then they're going to start telling you when they tell, tell, tell. All right. Next one on the top is an analytical. This calls them a C. They're calculating. All right. They are they a C. It's probably a yellow. They're going to put the brakes on everything. They're going to calculate this out. They got to make sure it's all right. All right. They want to. Unlike a red, if there's something out there, there's a hundred pieces of information that you've got. They'll want to make sure they've got them all. So if there's 1,000, they're even happier, right? They're just that's the way they are, right? But here's the problem with them. If you give them 1,000 pieces of information and one is wrong, they'll doubt the whole process. You might not even get a second chance because now you've proven that you don't know what you're talking about, right? So accuracy with these people is extremely important, all right? Attention to detail. Everybody says these people are slow decision makers. Totally disagree. These people are fast decision makers, okay? If you give them all the information they need. That's the thing. We as D's would be like, oh my God, you want way too much. You don't need that much information. Yeah, you do. For them, they do. They need that information. And when they have that information, they'll go through, boom, and they'll make a decision very quickly, right? So an analytical, they remember the Great Depression. And pretty sure we're in one right now, and I wouldn't disagree with them, right? But the past is their big. If they had a motto, it would be life is too short not to be taken seriously. That would be their motto. So you really got to be straight with them, boom, give them all the information, and then they'll make the decision. The next one is an extrovert. An extrovert in DISC is an I. Um, they're into the future, all right? Into the future, right? They are green. If you can tell by the color coding, right? Have you figured it out? Okay, so for them, it's all about the future. They are living in the future, right? And so anything that they want to do, they're going to think about how will this affect my future. They're very sport oriented. Not that everybody else isn't, but for them, oh my gosh, it is the cat's meow, right? They'll celebrate just about everything. They don't even have to be Irish, and they'll drink green beer, eat green eggs and ham. They'll do it all. They'll associate with it. They want to have fun. They're party people. They are all over it. And so when you're talking to them, if they had a motto, their motto would be life is too short not to have fun. That would be their motto, right? So with them, you talk about the future. You let them know that this is going to affect it this way in the future and that way in the future, and you'll be able to do your goals and your dreams and your future and your passion and your purpose, right? So they're really into that, right? Okay, so that leaves the last one, an amiable. Amiables are an S. They're social creatures, all right? They of course, blue, right? True blue. They're the ones that, it doesn't matter about anything until we become friends. Friends and family are the most important thing to them, right? They don't need the information. They don't care about that. If you don't come off as a friendly person, they're not going to do business with you ever, right? Doesn't matter how statistics work or what this will do for them or the future, anything like that. They care. If they're the storytellers, the ones that if there's an argument in the house, they're going to come in and try to smooth it over and get everybody to be on the same page and just happy and fun. That's just happiness more than anything else. So they just want they're the peacemakers, right? And so that's the person that you really gotta you got to spend that extra time, right, to really get into their family values and things like that, right? So here's the problem. Pragmatics, that's me. Amiable, that's my wife. I've saved a lot of marriages, by the way, going through this. I saved mine, I know for a fact. Look, I just want to cut to the chase. Give me the details, right? Just the short and skinny, all right? Whereas the amiable wants to go ahead and give you that nice long story that'll build that relationship. And oh my gosh, pragmatics don't care about that. We just want to get to the point, right? Amiables do. So you can see right away they don't mix, right? So then we've got the analyticals and extroverts. Did you guess it already? Yeah. One says life's too short not to be taken seriously. The other is saying that life's too short not to have fun. If an analytical is trying to sell an extrovert, an analytical would bring in 3 books, 2 videos, 5 pamphlets, and maybe a questionnaire, right? Because they want to make sure you get all the facts, right? An extrovert selling to an analytical would probably bring in some type of video or movie type and popcorn. Sit down, have some fun, watch the video, learn, right? Both of them want to squash each other like bugs. It's like, oh my gosh, that's just crazy. Why would you do that, right? Each one of them. Why would you do that? I don't, extrovert just wants to go. He's thinking about golf or the game or the kids, whatever, for their game, right? Where the analytical is like, oh, we've got to get it right. So you can see right away, just it's the way it is, right? So now you see how they all work together, right? So the question that everybody has is how do we find the personality file? What is the easiest way to find someone's personality style? It's pretty simple. It's actually simpler than you think. Just ask the question, hey, what about this weather we're having? You see, if they're on the top, they're going to be very quick with your answer, very short. You know, oh, it's great. It's fine. The weather's hot. Yeah, blah blah blah. But if they're on the bottom half, what are they going to do? Oh, well, it reminds me of a time when it was my grandmother. And yeah, we're going to the game this week, and this is weather is that, and blah. So you could already you can divide them up right away, right? Right away, you can divide them up. They're either at the top or at the bottom. And then you start talking to them a little bit more. Yeah, you talk to them, and you'll see they'll start asking questions, or they'll start telling you things, right? You just be a little bit of a conversationalist. You'll know right away if you're wasting pragmatics time because they'll want to, hey, dude, we're here to buy whatever, right? Tell me about your product, right? Analytical will be like, I need more information, right? And the amiable will be just be like, well, yeah, and oh, your mom and this and all that, and oh my gosh, right? And the extrovert is all about the future and the games and the fun, and yeah. So you'll be able to real quickly be able to tell whether they ask questions or they telling you a lot of things, right? So that's the first part. Everybody wants to know what the catch is. Why doesn't this work? Okay, and I'll tell you, really, it's really easy. People don't trust salespeople, right? And you don't trust them, and you see the claws come out. Are you here to buy something? What do you hear? It's like, dude, just leave me alone, right? So take your time and see who they really are, because what happens is their defenses go up. When your defenses go up, you turn and you look like an analytical or a pragmatic. That's the trick. You look like that, but you're not. So if you start selling on that level and you see them backing up, you go like, change your game plan, right? Start talking down on bringing some more emotions, get them warmed up, right? And then you'll know if you've screwed up, really screwed up, they really were that, and you just misread them, because they're going to be like, dude, stop talking about my family. Pragmatic. If you see a picture on the wall and you say, hey, I see you got your family there. It looks like you guys go skiing. Yeah, they were my family when I left this morning. What do you got? Right? Boom. Don't. Now, after the sale, yeah, you can talk to pragmatic about family and stuff like that. But for the sale, for the business, got to do that. So you can kind of see that, right? So here's the question that everybody asks me: which is the best salesperson in these personalities? Which one is the best one? Which one do I need to pay attention to? Well, there's a lot of controversy over it, and I'm going to go ahead and end the controversy. Okay, first of all, it's not the analytical. I can tell you right now, it's not the analytical. You guessed analytical, you guessed wrong. It's not the pragmatic. I wish it was, but it's not. And it's not the amiable. So, have you guessed yet? No, it's not the extrovert. It's the person that can adapt to their client's personality. You got to learn to be all four, right? If it's an analytical, you sell to analytical. If it's a pragmatic, pragmatic. If it's an extrovert, extrovert. If it's an amiable, amiable. You got to sell to them, not to you. It might be your favorite, yours, but when you're talking to somebody else, remember, birds of a feather flock together, right? It's just that simple. Birds of a feather flock together. So there you go. This is a quick and short one, but now you've got it all. Now you just got to practice. I'm going to have a lot of stuff below. And if you don't, then you can email me and I'll send it to you. But there's going to be some worksheets and stuff that you can do with your family, which is real fun. You can try and figure out what they are. And then there's going to be some others that will actually give you more information and kind of tie in the disc. They have a better exclamation or more for for the analyticals. You're gonna love it, right? For the pragmatics, you're like, it's a little bit much, and maybe not for the others. I don't know. So we'll see. But anyway, good luck, of course, laboring under correct knowledge. I'm Stephen Beaver, your TMV mentor. TMV, baby. Take more vacations. That's how we spell your success. You all have a happy and successful day. Bye for now.